We are at the Ji.hlava studio with our special guest of tonight, Coşkun Aşar, who came from Turkey to present his film Koudelka, Crossing the Same River, about a famous, legendary Czech photographer, Josef Koudelka. The film has international premiere at the festival. Welcome to Ji.hlava. And my first question to you would be, how did this all start? Because Josef Koudelka is not an easy person. You might probably have known him before, or you just met accidentally. What was the beginning of this story?
Okay, I'm also a photographer. Actually, I studied cinema, but I did my career in photography. I mean, I knew him from his works, like his pictures from my young, age, like 20s. And of course, we didn't know so much about him. Actually, he has kind of extraordinary life, as you know. But we were curious about him, and we just had few sources to read and to look at his pictures, and there was no internet and there was no this communication. But as a photographer, we have network, and I had a connection in Magnum, and in 2008, Josef Koudelka came to Istanbul to have his retrospective exhibition. Okay. That was actually starting point, because he was already continued his project Ruins almost 25 years around the Mediterranean, and shooting these ancient Roman Hellenistic ancient cities.
Mm-hmm. So in the movie you take Josef Koudelka, or you accompany Josef Koudelka to these wonderful sites?
Yes. He just got my contact from the Magnum friends, photographer friends and editorial friends, and then he wanted me to meet and then asked to work with him for his project in Turkey, because he traveled around all the Mediterranean, but he didn't do it so much in Turkey. Just a few times, 2 times I think he was in Turkey. But Turkey was really a rich place for this kind of archaeological sites, antique Roman Hellen sites, And then he just asked me if I want to work with him.
And then when he asked you if you want to work with him, you considered it, you said of course, because you admire him.
Of course.
But did you have a clear idea immediately how to structure the movie, what it should be, or it developed throughout the script? Actually, how many years did you do that?
Actually, we met 2008, and then after 3 years we started to travel together.
So it's a long
6
process,
years, yeah. Every year, 1 month, 6,000 kilometers, and something like that. But I mean, for me, as a photographer, of course, I was really curious about his personal life as a photographer, to breathe same weather, same environment, to be with same place and work together. It was amazing, this is not usual. And then, of course, I agreed, to work with him. But especially when I got this opportunity, of course, in my mind, I got this idea, I have to do something. It shouldn't be just working and helping and assisting him, because I'm a creator. I'm also doing my works and my photography, and also I'm connected with cinema and all this industry. And photography was not enough for that reason, to tell him something, and I have to do something more. It was filming, what I would do. And then, but I knew that it's not going to be easy. Even I don't know if I could do it. Mm-hmm. But to have an idea, it's important, I think, because you know what you want to do. And then when we start to work, when we start to travel in 2011, and I was trying to understand him, know him when we were working. He is very much concentrated on his work, and he is doing very much his project and working, and to be alone, and and of course we didn't know each other from in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And I was very much shy and trying to do my work as much as possible. And then from the distance, like very much distance, I was shooting like footages and pictures, and I don't know because him, exactly the person. And I don't want to piss him off, you know. And then in 2 years, I little bit like, you know, prove, little bit, and get closer, but I think 3rd year, he saw me like shooting, and 3rd year, he told me that, I don't want this. I don't want you to film me.
Okay.
And then that was the time which was like, you know, we moved a little bit and we were working together very well, and I was doing my job. And then I said, Joseph, okay, but there is no other motivation for me here to do this job. And I'm not interested in shooting like, you know, the ruins like you. And I want to do it. And he was like just, okay, but just, you know, if you know that you can't use the footages and any materials without my permission. If I don't like it, you are not going to use it. I said, okay. Then he just let me do it, and then after some time, his work went well, and then he was relaxed, and he started to help me, and then I put the microphone, and most of the film, like actually we did it, I think like last 2 years, which was like, you know, I developed also the approach and everything. And after our trips, we also collaborate with Ayhan, my friend, who is the editor of the film, and we did it 3 years, other trips, and then sound recording and additional footages, and then we worked on the, you know, the text, which is like, you know, he's talking, we just wrote it down, and we edit film from the footages with this text.
Well, you are confirming that making a documentary is a long process. It's not just a couple of months, but it can take years and years. And did actually, eventually, Josef Koudelka like it? Was he satisfied with the result?
Actually, he was curious about, like, you know, some point, and he was asking me like, what I'm doing, and he was seeing. And he liked it, what I'm doing, and also he was asking questions like, you know, if you are not you know, making him like, you know, agree, you know, what you are saying, it's not possible to go the next step. And I also, like, I knew that, because I tried different things, and I knew him in time, I get close to him, and also he get close to me. And today also in the premiere, he said that we became a really good friend. Actually, he opened his wall, and that's also bring the film, like, you know, in unique way.
Yeah, and you can see it in the film.
Yeah.
So congratulations again for the great film. I hope that it was your first film, so I hope that you will continue also in that filming career, not only your great photography work, and that we would see you in Ji.hlava in the future with new films.
Thank you. I would like to do it. I already work on a project, but you know, like I am also a photographer. I'm continuing with my photography work, and I'm doing books, and also maybe like future film, even, like, you know, I can do it. I'm very open. You know, they are the, you know, the instruments, and we can use it, and you know, I just have those 2 instruments to express myself, which is like I'm trying to push it. I'm trying to do my maximum.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck in everything you do.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.